As Vice President for Teaching, Learning and Students, it's a special pleasure for me to be here today and to welcome you to the University of Manchester and the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall. To start with, I'd like to welcome our graduates, whose magnificent achievements and hard work we're here today to celebrate. We're also delighted to see so many friends and family here. My own daughter and son graduated from this university, so I have some personal understanding of the requirements and the support it was necessary for you to give. I'm afraid the bad news is the withdrawals from the bank of mum and dad continue. We thank you for the support and encouragement you have given to our graduates during their studies, which has been so important for their success. You can be extremely proud for what they have actually achieved. Turning to those who are graduating today, we're here to celebrate your academic achievements, giving well-deserved recognition for all the hard work and effort you have put into your studies. You can be proud of graduating from the University of Manchester, placed 35th in the world rankings, the highest since the rankings began in 2003. Built on a very strong heritage, University of Manchester was Britain's first civic university. It was here Rutherford split the atom. It was here that Kilburn and Williams developed the first programmable computer. And of course, it was here that graphene was discovered. Now, I can understand that some of you might like to take the opportunity for a photo opportunity to see our Nobel Prize winners. You might like to take the hint that they've been given the freedom of the city, which allows them to graze their sheep on campus. So they shouldn't be too difficult to identify. While these academic achievements should be noted and applauded, this university places achievement in research and education alongside those of social responsibility. In March, we celebrated 10 years of the Equity and Merit Programme, which awards master scholarships to exceptional individuals from some of the poorest countries. The university's School Gov initiative, which supports staff and alumni to take up positions in schools and communities, has recently been awarded the Queen's Voluntary Award for Service, which is the highest award a voluntary group can receive. And to date, we have over 500 of our colleagues and alumni working in schools and communities, which is truly exceptional. I want to put your achievements as graduates alongside those of the university because you're about to become our most important ambassadors, members of our alumni. The Alumni Association will help you remain in contact with the university, linking you to a community of more than 250,000 Manchester graduates living across the globe. As alumni, you can help future students in so many ways, as ambassadors of the university, in student placements, employment, and directly the development of the university, which is so vital for the future. Obtaining your degree is a hugely important milestone, and you should celebrate success. But this is just the beginning of your journey and your association with Manchester University, not the end. I look forward to congratulating each of you individually. But first, I'd like to invite Professor Kay Marshall, the head of the School of Health Sciences, to also say a few words to you. Great.
Vice President. Good afternoon, graduates and guests. I'm Professor Kay Marshall, and I have the privilege of being the head of the School of Health Sciences, in which the divisions of Human Communication, Development and Hearing and Nursing sit. Health Sciences is also the home for the many and varied postgraduate awards we'll be making this afternoon. The School of Health Sciences is one of 3 schools that make up the Faculty of Biology, Medicine and Health. And it is, of course, the best school in this faculty, and probably the university, Clive. And I can say that because it's all about people, the quality of the people sat on the stage with me, our staff, but of course the quality of the people waiting to come onto the stage, our students. But before our graduates get too comfortable, I think it's important that they thank the very important group of people who are with us today, without whom their learning journey may not have even happened or have been so smooth. So if all our graduates can just stand up and facing the direction of their families, give them a wave and a round of applause as way of thanks. Thank you. That was impressive. There was good coordination between the waves and the claps there. Well done. The vision of the School of Health Sciences is simple, namely to improve health through our research and teaching. And these 2 activities should inform each other. For example, the research carried out by our academics pushes forward our knowledge, which in turn feeds into our teaching, to ensure that our graduates are not only fit for employment now, but also in the future. In terms of research, this has been a very good year for the faculty and for the school. Our staff working teams that have won tens of millions of pounds for research, in particular in setting up the largest biomedical research centre outside the South East. And key to this is the very important hearing health workstream. Turning first to those of you who've studied deaf education, audiology and speech and language therapy. I noted when preparing for this talk that in February, the World Health Organization produced a fact sheet stating that 360 million people worldwide have disabling hearing loss, and 32 million of these people are children. They also estimated that 1.1 billion young people, aged between 12 and 35 years of age, are at risk of hearing loss due to exposure to noise in recreational settings. Those figures are staggering, but made more so as we live in a communication era. We rely more than ever on hearing, voice, speech and language. And in addition to the human cost, unaddressed hearing loss poses an annual global cost burden of around $750 billion. So the challenge to us as healthcare professionals and our research teams is to ensure that interventions to prevent, identify and address hearing loss are used to maximum effect, to benefit not just those affected, but also their families and society in general. We have a duty of care to support some of the most vulnerable people in our society. I feel I should also mention that these interventions are also very cost effective, especially since a cure for hearing loss is no more than a glimmer on the horizon. We are known for our work in audiology, staff being recognised leaders in education and development of service provision, as well as being internationally recognised researchers. In speech and language therapy, the clinical need remains huge, and again, it is so important, and some of you will have an opportunity to contribute to changing the lives of some very special groups of people, such as children with specific speech, language and communication needs, or children with global development difficulties, which affect their communication or ability to eat, drink and swallow. Adults with acquired conditions because of neurological problems, or head and neck cancer, and people who stammer. This afternoon, we have students from a variety of undergraduate and postgraduate programs reaping the reward for all their hard work, and they all have some things in common. Manchester students have access to researchers and lecturers who are experts in their fields. For example, in Manchester, we have the only professor of deaf education in the United Kingdom. And this professor, who we know as Wendy McCracken, this year received the University Achievement Award from the Vice-Chancellor. And it doesn't stop with our staff. A fourth-year speech and language student, Amy Hilton, collected the Undergraduate Student of the Year Award. The importance of our research-driven teaching can be best summed up by a comment I noted from one of our feedback surveys. And this is a quote from a student. "The modules are taught by people who are experts in their fields, and therefore teaching is very enthusiastic and cutting edge." And I hope that sums it up, and it's what you have experienced. Our staff and students are also committed to social responsibility. And many of these truly heartwarming projects have been recognised by the university in the Making a Difference Awards. These teams really do walk the walk, as they say, to use their specialist skills to support our wider community, particularly the parts of that community that may be marginalised, for examples in terms of ethnicity or gender. Some projects are based further afield, where we reach out to offer psychological first aid to those affected by war. Turning now to our postgraduate students. Some of you will be graduating for a second time, seasoned graduation ceremony attendees, being awarded a postgraduate certificate, diploma, or MSc or MA. We know that motivation to pursue postgraduate study is a diverse and multifaceted thing. You may have embarked on postgraduate study to push the boundaries of knowledge in order to advance practice in your own specialist health or social care discipline, and so lead the drive to transform services in your field. Some of you may have changed track completely and be graduating now in a very different speciality from your first degree. Some of you may even have wanted to test your ability to work at postgraduate level. Whatever your motivations, whether you have studied for your postgraduate degree part-time or full-time, you are to be hugely congratulated on your achievements and also for juggling a number of commitments, managing the rigour of postgraduate study with meeting the needs of friends and family and companions, and also often in addition the demands of paid employment. We do not underestimate, and many of us know firsthand, the enormous challenges inherent in undertaking a postgraduate degree while working in what we are living in today, a highly pressurised health and social care services environment. The transferable skill set you have gained to get here will be priceless for you going forward. For our part, we have enjoyed working with you. You add to our knowledge by the projects you undertake, and we learn from your constructive feedback about your experiences of being a postgraduate student here with us. We acknowledge and we would like to thank you for your invaluable contributions in supporting us to shape postgraduate taught education and continuing professional development for those who will be registering for their higher degrees this summer or even in the future years. This is another way in which you have contributed to shaping your discipline. We are confident that you will follow a distinguished line of University of Manchester alumni in making a significant difference in the health and well-being of the people who access health and social care services locally, nationally and internationally. That our celebration of your achievements today will be matched by further celebrations as you progress in your chosen roles and careers. We hope you will continue to share these with us and that we have inspired you with a thirst for lifelong learning, and some of you will return to the School of Health Sciences for more. Finally, I know I made some of my most meaningful friendships in my time at the university, and I hope that you can say the same. I recently attended an alumni event, and it was obvious that friendships remain strong. I was impressed by some stunning portfolio careers, and on reflection, I recognise that all of our graduates exhibit common characteristics. They're confident and not afraid to make brave decisions, and they were still energetically pursuing their goals. So I do hope it's not goodbye today, but au revoir. Remember, you are a member of our school community. Thank you and congratulations to you all.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Master of Research in Psychology, Sarah Rose Elias. And for the degree of Master of Clinical Research, Aliki Ophelia Rizou. And for the degree of Master of Public Health in Global Health, Zainab Bashir Ali. Harrison Chintu. And in Health Promotion, Eileen Vella. And in Public Health, Joanna Mary Blackwell. Grace Rohinda. and Jasmine Vicey Sikar. And for the degree of Master of Science in Advanced Practice in Forensic Mental Health, Claire Marie Benson. Sadie Jane Canning Dossor. And in Clinical Science, Clinical Pharmaceutical Science, Carly Rebecca Henderson. Lucy Morton. And in Applied Mental Health, Lynn Agnew. And in Clinical Science, Clinical Pharmaceutical Science, Carly Rebecca Henderson. Lucy Morton. And in Deaf Education, Diane Fleming. And in Forensic Psychology and Mental Health, Sarah Angela Martin. Jordan Cole Luke Patterson. And in Industrial Pharmaceutical Sciences, Stephen Daycock. And in Occupational Hygiene, David John Marsh. And in Occupational Medicine, Rohit Samabai Prajapati. And in Pharmaceutical Microbiology, Paul Brian Bedford. And in Psychiatry, Anise Olikinga Diakon. Onyekachi Ngoza Atalomar. Nick Fahana Mard Baradinin. And for the postgraduate diploma in Clinical and Health Services Pharmacy, Zara May Atra. Sarah Louise Brett. Calvin Chan. Porrick Daly. Christopher Dixon. Alison Fryer. Jayish Ladd. Kirsty McGlynn. And Anita Catherine Wilchinska. And in Deaf Education, Claire Louise Cunliffe. Melody Jane Dark. Emma Catherine Donovan, Lisa Ann Mart, Kim Elizabeth Shepherd, and in occupational hygiene, Robert Wright. And in pharmaceutical technology and quality assurance, Michael Hathaway. Owen Anthony Samuel Jones. Cheryl Katie Majori. Michael Alexander Reed. And Clinton Waite. And for the postgraduate certificate in public health, Ebby Volke Cynthia Menibray.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Speech and Language Therapy with honours, Eleanor Rochelle Amidula. Danielle Blake. Sarah Ellen Carling. Isabel Charles. Jodie Louise Connor. Hannah Elaine Cook. Elizabeth Cox. Riona Donnelly. Harriet Kate Doyle. Nokatula Dube. Samuel Salim Fisher. Catherine Gaunt. Katie Dawn Gilmore. Amy Rose Hilton. Jennifer Hodge. Lydia Howard. Hannah Large. Roisin McCusker. Shauna MacDonald. Sean Owen. Rihanna Painter. Egypt Mystery Payne. Ruth Mary Helen Potts. And also awarded the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award, Emma Victoria Lorimer Preston. Siobhan Hannah Purcell. Amy Scragg. Sophie Sloan. Richard Anthony Stevens. Emily Stockton. Kate Sullivan. Hannah Tilley. Miranda Claire Louise Wilkes. Isabella Yanes. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Human Communication Science with honours, Rose Louise Garner. And in Bachelor of Science, Healthcare Science Audiology with honours, Hafsa Abdi Malik. Sahar Aman. Taiba Dawood. Rajit Gill. Arusa Hussain. Usma Ibrahim. Aliya Khan. Sartashia Khan. Hannah Cotwell. Samina Majid. Musna Masri. Salia Mahmood. Amara Mohit. Aftab Mohi-Uddin. Amira Musa. Sumaya Patel. Sadia Sultan. Sajjad Ur Rahman Salim. Aishatu Robisa Yusuf. And Huma Zulfqar. And for the degree of Bachelor of Midwifery with honours, Genevieve Catherine Cousineau. And for the degree of Bachelor of Nursing in Adult Nursing with honours, Rajinder Kaur Mahi. Chi Hung Ridley. And in nursing practice with honours, Sarah Louise Atkinson. Amy Briggs. Sarah Louise Dutton. Hayley Jones. Charlotte Lindsay. Rachel Amanda Markham Barwell. Leah Morgan. Lindsay Morris. Michael Bernard Pilkington. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Studies, Martin Lester Padmore. And in nursing practice, Jennifer Dalloway. Samantha Jane Rees. And Eloise Robinson.
Well, as we draw towards the end of this ceremony, I'd just like to make a few closing comments. Today we have celebrated the award of your degree. Congratulations. I have two further challenges for you today. I must admit that I was met by beaming smiles as you came to shake my hand. I think most of the time was actually navigating the steps, but it was nice to see those smiles anyway. Our Chancellor, Len Ceci, the poet, penned a poem, and it was entitled Inspire and Be Inspired. And that's my first challenge for you now as our alumni to go forward and inspire others and be inspired yourself. I have a further challenge. You have held on to your hats, your caps, for the whole of the day. You are now graduates of the University of Manchester. I'd like to invite all those who've graduated today to stand up and don their caps in recognition of what they have achieved. Congratulations to you all. On behalf of the University of Manchester, I extend to each and every one of you our best wishes for the future. Can I ask everybody else to also now please stand? I declare this ceremony closed.